Hey, so today I want to talk about 2021 Bond film No Time to Die. This was supposed to be released in 2020 but got held back due to the pandemic, and this is hailed as Daniel Craig's last outing as a James Bond. Now, right off the bat I want to say that this film is 2 hours and 43 minutes long, and as I'm saying it, you can probably guess this is not a good thing, because overall this film kind of drags. This film feels very long. The country where I'm in, they usually cut the film halfway through and give you a bathroom break where you can do something if you want, like if you want to have some calls or if you want to buy something. So they have that buffer zone. I know that internationally, actually I knew a lot later that internationally they are supposed to actually run the whole film together. They don't do that here. They just abruptly cut. It's just a very jarring cut and kind of also takes you out of the film. And I remember thinking when's gonna be the cut? It's like, okay, this is like going for too long. Did they miss it or what? I didn't check the time or anything. But like when they cut the film halfway through and I checked that, okay, no, it was actually the halfway through the film, and that's when I realized, okay, so far this is not going well. Now, as far as the film goes, this film actually went through a lot of hurdle. Danny Boyle actually helmed this project after Mendes left, and then due to creative differences, they left. Danny Boyle with his screenwriter left, and they brought the other screenplay of Wade and Purvis, and then Fukunaga came along, and then Fibola Bridge came along, then Scott Z. Burns came along. Basically, there's a whole bunch of mess. I distinctly remember, because I wanted to know what the credit of screenwriting in this, and it's like a big thing. There's a lot of people credited as story and screenplay. It's a lot. It's basically a lot. But sad to say that it kind of reflects on the film. The film actually suffers because there's a lot of disjointed and incoherent moment, and yeah, a lot of things happen that I particularly didn't resonate with me. First of all, as the film goes on, I liked actually the Mendes era film. During my letterbox, that's the only thing I wrote, that I miss Sam Mendes. I really liked Sam Mendes' two films. For me, Casino Royale is the best film. I like it better. But Skyfall, technically, is a better film. I like both, but I like Casino Royale better because of particular aspects. Like I really like the card playing and the Casino Royale aspect of it. I like other things like action and other things of Skyfall better. And of course, Roger Dickinson's beautiful cinematography always helps. But in this film, what I don't like or what I particularly felt like was missing is that certain Sam Mendes panache. Now I know that Fukunaga directed it and he's gonna have his own take, but I felt like that his voice kind of just sometimes glimpses. It's not always there. It's not definitely his film. It's pretty much his version of a big, ginormous blockbuster, and that's why I think the film suffers. And the title credit that Billy Eilish's song kind of came, it's a bit jarring where they put the song, because Mendes usually blends the thing way better. The title credit is very beautiful. The animation and the whole thing is very nicely done, and the song actually pairs well with it. But besides, then when the film comes together and the way things are happening and the way they are hunting one thing from another, it's pretty disjointed, and if you don't care emotionally, it's very hard to follow too. And I think it's gonna be a spoiler, but I'm gonna say it. As far as the villain situation goes, it's sort of like a dual villain situation where Spectre is helming some things, and then Rami Malek's character comes in, and I also find it a little off that I don't know who the villain is or where this is going. Now, the villain. Rami Malek plays a character called Lucifer Safin, who has a sort of a background to, I guess, Lea Seydoux' character Madeline, and it's not that much of a background, and they don't interact that much to get you invested. And I can tell, I think anybody with any kind of understanding of James Bond lore can tell that this character in early drafts was definitely Dr. No. Maybe due to political correctness or other problems, this character got scrapped and turned into something else, but it's definitely Dr. No. They didn't go to that route. Now, the very little time that is spent, because I think out of the 2 hours and 43 minutes, Rami Malek maybe gets 30 minutes barely. I know they've done it before with other films, like Javier Bardem actually comes halfway around that film and stuff like that. I don't know why they keep doing this with the villain thing, but in here he feels really insignificant. If he was Dr. No and it was sprinkled throughout, maybe would have. Yeah, I get it that he was supposed to be a guy from behind the shadows, but it doesn't really work like that when you are, chasing around Spectre and there's Blofeld and there's a lot of other things going around. Then you haven't given any time to this villain. Now, there's a brilliant opening scene where there's sort of a jump scare, which is very unlike Bond film, but they don't carry it well, or they don't simply carry it either. And overall, the ending is pretty much fitting, but I guess I was just missing a lot of other things. I was missing Sam Mendes' work. I kind of wish Danny Boyle did it, and the way I think that this film came together was fine for what it is. It's an okay film. I won't say that it's a very good film. The bar is low for last Bond outings of certain actors. This may be one of the better ones, but that's not a high bar to crack. That's actually a very low bar. And I think for me, I like this film less than Spectre. For me, I think that ranking now would be definitely Casino Royale, Skyfall, Spectre, then No Time to Die, and then Quantum of Solace. But that's a very dangerous territory to be in. For me, in my mind, officially Daniel Craig has less better films than good films in this film. He's kind of he's gonna be, I guess, measured differently through time and time, and he did a tremendous work. But I think overall this feels like the scale is leaning one way or the other, and I am just like okay, I'm glad that Daniel Craig got this ending, but I think I'm officially looking forward to the future with the new Bond, and I think they should just dive right in and give every kind of new people and bunch of do everything bonkers, because I think Daniel Craig's Bond and this kind of Bond thing also ran out of kind of steam. This film is funny and witty, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge did what she does best, but I don't think that was enough to salvage this film. And yeah, I hope look for the future. And as far as recommendation goes, yeah, if you are into this lore and if you wanna watch what Bond Craig did last, you should definitely watch it. If you wanna see a film in a theater, it's an absolutely fantastic film to see in the theaters. But other than that, if you're like seeing it from the future and just want to get a recommendation, this should be way down on your list. There are way better Daniel Craig films, there are way better Bond films in this lore, and it would be like, I think, one of the most kind of less memorable ones, and that's where it is.